Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do the thing that every car guy loves to do. I love it also. We're going to take apart the stuff we just put together again. Yay. So we're going to try to figure out what's going on with this boost creep. It's got something happening, probably because, I think I got a leak there, but probably because it's just not priority. I tried to smooth this out a little bit to get it to some, the exhaust gas to come out and everything, but it's not going to work. So where it needs to be is right there in that 90, but there's also other stuff in that area because I've got the air conditioner and things in there. So we're going to have to work around all this. I'm going to have to sneak a pipe in here, wrap the crap out of these heater hoses and things. Probably have to charge my AC without the engine running while I'm down here because I won't be able to get back to this ever again in life. And I don't know, figure out if we can solve this boost creep. So let's get into it. I'm going to get everything disassembled, get the manifold off, downpipe off. I'm going to take the manifold over here to the workbench. I did get some little 90s, which I probably don't need the whole 90, but it gives me a little bit of an angle. And I got some scrap sections of straight that, I don't know, I think I can make work. So we're going to chop up, I don't know, probably this pipe here and the other pipes and just see if we can get in the area where we need to get and shoot that thing out with the 90. Well, all right, guys, we're going to get this off. Boop. Cut that flange off. This is where my hole's at. I'm going to get, this is some thick stuff, 1/4 inch. I think I got some 1/4 inch in the scrap bin. I'm going to go make a scabbed up little hole and patch that little guy up, and then hopefully when that's welded in, that'll look almost, that'll be solid. Now where we want to come out is right in line here, and grab my piece here. What we're looking to do is just kind of like so. Right here I drew my line. That's where my heater hoses are, the level they're at. They're like right about where my finger is over here. So as long as we can snake this out just kind of like that, I think we'll be all right. I've got, it looks like you got so much room in here for activities when there's not, turbo and things everywhere. It was such a spacious engine bay before, but anyways, we're going to keep moving and start getting some stuff knocked out. So when I'm doing pieces like this, I like to cut a piece of, or put a piece of tape over this, or a couple pieces in this case, and then I'll get the dirt that I just happen to have laying around for free, and I'll just kind of rub my finger along on here, and it makes a difference here because it'll be dark on the outside and light on the inside, and I can kind of see where I'm going to put my razor blade. And then I just take my razor blade and all around in here, and it gives me a little template like so. And I can find me a piece of 1/4 inch, kind of line it up so I can get at least one of the corners with minimal trimming. And then I'll put a little mark on there, cut the mark, and then I can use the belt sander and then get this thing shaped up to hopefully fit in there. Boop. Welcome back, folks. It's another day. So me and the boss are out here today waiting on these tornadoes that I guess are showing up, mixing weather in spring, so that's cool. Anyways, got a nice peaceful spring morning out here, so we're going to get some stuff done on this wastegate pipe thing. So that's normally for 44 millimeter wastegate, or at least the one that I have. I got this 1.75" pipe. So little guy. I had this right there, didn't flow well. Just a little pipe. Exhaust doesn't want to flow. It's like a water pipe, trying to get the stuff out. So I went in my scrap bin over there and I found me the tip from the S10 tailpipe, and wouldn't you know it, that it's already coped. Looks pretty good on there. So I held it up over there in the car and marked where the best location would be that gives me one finger around from those heater hoses, which is another issue I'm going to have to address later. But right about here-ish, get that mark lined up. Right about there-ish is where what my flow is going to look like. I wanted it to be damn near straight out so it just, you know, wants to go that way naturally. But I mean, the pipe does bend a little bit, so I'm hoping that that's still going to be okay. This pipe is 2 1/4 inch, so I'm actually using larger pipe than I should. But what I think that's going to do is that's going to allow me to capture more of that exhaust flow coming out and just want it to kind of go out when it needs to. I'm hoping that's the plan anyways. And that gives me a lot of surface area or volume for that to come out. And down the line, if I ever decide, or I guess if the car decides for me that I need to go from, you know, 1 3/4 to 2 inch for a larger wastegate, or I don't know what the 60 millimeter flange size is, but if I need to go larger, then I'm already pretty close here to pipe size, and I can just work off of that and don't need to recreate all of this and have this all scabbed up looking like that is. So I'm gonna kind of figure out where I'm going here. Try to get this flowing the best that I can. My weld, I'm gonna stop and take the carbide bit and kind of clean up all this crap in there as we go out and sand it down so the flow is good. Trying to get everything I can out of there. Got an event coming up. I'm doing burnouts, and I don't want to send this with 40 pounds of boost through the motor and explode it in the middle of the ring. So let's get a hole cut, start doing things. Okay, well, I got this back in there, got the hole cut in, got my piece kind of cleaned up and tacked in there, and it looks like it's going to have some pretty good priority. I mean, it's going to be almost dead in line with that runner if you're looking at it, so that should help. Might even have better priority here than here. I'm gonna, just because I got OCD, I'm gonna take and clean those lips up on the inside so it blends in instead of coming out to a sharp, you know, where I cut it. I'm gonna blend that in, get this welded up, and we're gonna probably have to put this turbo back on here and see how much more I need to go that way so I can get this wastegate kind of clocked in here-ish. So yeah, start doing that. All right, we got the little stud welded on there, and I spent probably way longer than I needed to. I just got in here and got most of that lip cleaned up. I just wanted a smooth transition here to get as much flow out as I could. Got it real nice and smooth in here. I went pretty close on this side, but didn't want to get too far because, you know, I don't want to dig into that. And should make a nice transition out to get to this area here. If we're looking at the flow, it just kind of turns a little bit and comes right on out. So we're gonna get this next piece in here. That's this angle cut piece that I got there. And get this guy welded in somewhere around here-ish, and then I'm going to clean that off on the inside also. The goal here is to get as much air out as possible, so I'm going to try to make this pretty clean, and then we'll get the next piece on and see where the wastegate needs to go. So I kind of rushed ahead a little bit. I did have a heat shield from that little guy, factory manifold. The little primary tubes go the other way. You know, NA goes this way, turbo goes that way because, you know, exhaust is going there. So I cut these little top little fingers off of the heat shield and kind of hammer formed that a little bit just to give me a little bit of heat protection. I welded some 1/4 20 nuts like as standoffs and then put some bolts in there, and then I wrapped the, would that be the wastegate tube? Wrap that little guy. The wastegate's gonna sit right up in here, poke kind of back the same way. I just got to play with the pipe a little bit. Yeah. And put some heat wrap on both of these. Hopefully they'll play nicely. Should be right about here-ish for the drain. Painted the exhaust housing hastily, but that's on there. So got the manifold in, got the turbo on there, and now I can get the wastegate on and get the downpipe onto here and see what we got to do for this area. So it shouldn't be too much, maybe a little pie cut or something, and we'll get that on there. All right, well, I got this piece welded back in there. I just flipped that 90 bend that I had, cut that in half, did a 45 here, went out, 45 there, and, you know, downpipe's connected. Also got a little turbo blanket. I don't know, trying to make things not as hot. I even got a blanket for the wastegate now, which I thought was interesting. So got all that installed, and now we're gonna get it all together and take it for a drive and see if that solved the issue. But we did get better priority and should fix our problems. So that was easy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Action. Let's fire. I just wake up and piss excellence, and I want to go fast.
You're not first, you're last.
I was high when I said that. Did real good. Car ran real good.